Well, hello. Just trying to put the right words. I'm gonna sit here and edit this video. I don't know what platform I'm gonna be trying to put it on. I'm gonna be probably put it on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or something. Just put some information out there. Put some something to help out other people to, as far as relate. As far as the issues what they go through in their own personal lives. And right now I'm like in the thinking process as far as not going with the flow and just say what needs to be said, because it's like, okay, thinking what I'm gonna put on here, put it on YouTube, or put it on freaking Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and it's like, okay, how to say it, what to say, or somebody's gonna make a comment about it, or it's tell me or otherwise, or say no, you're wrong, or whatever. It could be just a lot of things, and I'm not being too sure how to say it or what to say, and maybe I could be repeating myself, and sometimes I tend to stutter. It happens because then that's when I start thinking about it to how to say it, and just go with the flow, and it could be so much, a lot of things. It could be so much different categories. It could be so much stuff of what to say, what needs to be said, and I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna put it. I don't know how it's gonna. I'm not doing it to make it viral. I'm not doing it to. I'm just doing it to be consistent. It's helping me, but also too helping others to understand, to relate to it. With other personal issues that we're having going with ourselves. It's like, look, put it this way: if you're listening to YouTube, you don't have to sit there and watch and listen to me talking for 5 to 10 minutes. You could easily just, if you have YouTube Premium, just close the screen and just listen to it, put your earphones on. Just listen to my words. You don't have to actually visualize myself or see my hands imprinting or throwing all this stuff, whatever. You don't have to listen to that. You don't, because it could, the energy from the phone itself is, and even the YouTube videos or videos in general, it pulls that energy in within yourself. So you're putting your attention awareness into this, and it's like you're focusing. You're just there looking, and you're just there seeing all this stuff, content and everything, social media and all stuff, whatever. So you're placing your attention all into this phone, into the laptop, iPads, whatever like that. But you're not focusing your attention awareness to the outside world. So you're not looking at that, and you're sidetrack yourself, and you're looking like, oh shit, I'm still focused on my phone, because the phone tends to drag you in. That's what I call dopamine. That's what I call the energy. It pulls you into that, because you try to get a high, and you're trying to get high off of it. You're trying to find something to help you, intrigue, to uplift you, to because sometimes you tend to be bored. You go on your phone, you're constantly looking at it, and you're just like, okay, what is it? You could look for anything to uplift you, intrigue you, get this high, get this, it could be economy, it could be martial arts movies, it could be, that's what people love to do, Netflix binging. It could be a lot of things to where they're just focusing their attention awareness into all that stuff. And I get it. I've been through this already. I still go through this to this day, also too. Or sometimes you get bored, you get sidetracked, and a lot of times people tend to do other things, and you just gotta find like a purpose within yourself. And I have that problem. I'm not gonna put a story of myself into this video. I'm just putting it out there for my expression, my experience of what I tend to go through this day. Because I'm telling you right now, in this day and age, right now, excuse my language, I'm not trying to have the YouTube censor it, but we live in a fuck up world, dude. We actually literally in a fuck up world right now to this day, ever since COVID started. Everybody is just so much in this virtual world, all these Zoom meetings and all this content and YouTube and social medias, and the world's moving too fast and too quick, man. It's hard for somebody to catch up to it, because all the technology, you tend to get lost, and you're not too sure where you're going. And all of a sudden you're looking at people's lives, and you're seeing what they're going through, and you're seeing like people editing their videos, and people, transformations and mixed martial arts, and or content as far as creativity and how they're doing it and all stuff. Get yourself out of that box and do it yourself. Find something to have creativity to do it yourself. And a lot of times too, we get lost in that because our sexuality, because we're focusing our sexual energy into something else. It could be with porn addiction. It could be to where we're looking at other women, or even a woman itself looking to other guys, and all of a sudden you get that sexual energy and arousal, and all of a sudden you're intrigued by it. You're looking at them, or you're creating a story within themselves, like, something to help uplift you, and help fill that void and all stuff like that. But then you don't use that to be creative. You know, you don't use it to. You could do a lot of things with it, and like I said, I'm not gonna try to go along too far with it as far as the issue with this, and especially too is a lot of with the mindset, man. It's like you're not. Sometimes people tend to not to be focused on it because they get so locked up and they don't want to be the other person they used to be before. So a lot of people ask them to do like meditation, to do breath work, you know, focus on their breath, because sometimes their mind is so monkey mind. It's like they're feeding all this stuff into the information with their mind. It's like they're hearing all this stuff and listening to all this stuff and like, oh, is this talking to me? Why I'm saying this? And a lot of times people cannot control their thoughts. And a lot of times people do breath work, you know, focus on their attention and into their body, and because they don't want to listen to their mind, they want to focus into their breath. And a lot of people do exercises, and a lot of people do like as far as meditation, focus on yourself, inner self. And a lot of times people do not understand they're listening to other people out there. We're all connected to one. I mean, especially like, you know, mediumship and spirits and our loved ones, and you know, they're around us too. And that's a lot of times we get mind chatter because they're trying to connect to us. They try to give, you know, come in and give us signs and everything like that, and then we don't really listen, so we tend to shut it off. Or sometimes we just like, who's this talking to me? You're not really knowing who's talking to you, but they're there connecting with you. Or now and then you go into an environment, you go into a place and you feel a vibe and you don't feel stagnant, you feel stuck, and you're like, why do I feel like this? What's wrong with me? Because a lot of people don't realize there's energy right in that space, and that's why sometimes you feel vibration for other people. You feel the vibe, like negativity, positive. You feel a light around them. You have the aura around them, and a lot of times people are like, what the fuck? What is this? Like, you're not too sure about it. And especially home environment, especially going to a vehicle, especially going into a store, a lot of times too. And a lot of times people like, they get mind chatters because you're also getting connected to the energy around that space around other people. It happens a lot of times, not all the time. It happens to a lot of times. And then, or sometimes people make assumptions, or sometimes people think, or like they know something's going on, but they're trying to put the pieces together and they're not knowing what's going on. And they try to look for out there elsewhere else. You know, it could be a lot of things, a lot of methods. I'm not gonna go too far with it. You know, I'm gonna get lost and get blah blah blah, start sidetracking and go somewhere else into another direction. And you know, it just, it's hard. Trust me, believe me. I'm telling you right now, you're not the only one who has this struggle. I guarantee any individual out there right now, in this whole freaking world is having the same struggles as you are. Guarantee it. Nobody's not perfect. Nobody's not. If you're sitting there watching somebody in a meditation or breathing working, you know what they're doing? They're helping themselves because they're fucked up. They're fucked up. And a lot of times people, yes, there are good teachers out there. There's some gurus, you know, all stuff like that. But a lot of times too, you gotta trust in yourself and your intuition. You know, if you see somebody coaching, teaching, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, this don't make sense, then jump in and intervene. Say what needs to be said. That's what's called debate. If they don't like what you say to them, that's their insecurities, because they're thinking they know everything. They don't know everything, dude. They don't know what you go through with your own personal life. They do not. You know, I could sit here and say, okay, meditation, I'm going to listen to this inner person thoughts, and, you know, I'm going to be psychedelic, and I'm going to listen to them and, you know, be psychic and, you know what they feel with the energy and all stuff like that. Yes, to a sense. That's how a lot of people do tarot cards. A lot of times people do psychic readings. A lot of times people do mediumship because they feel that energy. They're connecting their mind into your mind, and then they're feeling within the energy. And a lot of times they tend to be real good at doing what they're doing. A lot of times people tend to help other people out because they practice on it. They know how to do it. Vice versa, I can do it too, to a certain degree, but sometimes I tend to stop myself because it could be overwhelming. You know, sometimes they got clearer space within your mind. And a lot of times people could do it. A lot of them, they're really good. I'm not going to debate nothing with that or whatsoever. Nothing with that. I'm not going to sit there and belittle anybody because I practice on it too. I know how to do it. You got to have that self-confidence with yourself. But also too, trust within yourself. Trust it. All they're doing when it comes to psychic readings, mediumships, tarot cards, they're just guiding you. That's it. And they may feel clarity, you may feel positive, you may feel good in that space where you're at, in that location, or even you're doing a Zoom call meeting, or even you get an email. You may feel good about it. guarantee. But I promise you, once you leave from that, then all of a sudden now you're like, oh shit, they told me I gotta do this in this direction. But is it right now and then, or is it gonna happen 5-10 years from now? Who knows? And a lot of times people they don't really discipline themselves, and all of a sudden they go back to the same habit all over again, and they get lost. A lot of times there's a lot of coaches that help them with that and that spirituality. There is, but they don't help guide them into that direction. They don't help them to, motivate them, give them a little push, and like, come on, dude, like, come on, like, because a lot of times they get stuck, addictions, they get depressed. They're all like, oh, in here, they're stagnant with their energy. It doesn't move. It doesn't move around. Especially the energy in the blood system, the nervous system, doesn't move. It gets stuck in it. That's when people get sick. And some people need coaching. People need teachers, but don't listen to all these teacher gurus, all these people who claim they know everything. They don't know everything, dude. They do not. Some are good. I'm not belittling anybody that what they go through their own personal experience. If somebody's 6 years old, if you listen to them with their personal life they went through, listen to them, because that's their own experience of what they went through. A lot of times, and they study a lot. Same thing vice versa with me. I'm gonna be a 40-year-old guy, and based on my experience of what I went through, I guarantee if I help somebody who's a younger age and probably didn't go stuff what they went through, but they're going through it, I guarantee I will help them into that path, into get them out of that little funk, into moving to another direction. I'm not saying nobody's not perfect. I am not saying that. I'm just saying to at least help them into that direction, and to help them, guide them into whatever it is they need as far as clarity, abundance, whatever. It could be a lot of things, man. I'm just want to come out here and express it into this video. Just be vocal about it. And if people tend to like it, if people tend to, I'm not trying to do it to go viral. I'm not here to sit here, hey man, I want to put content on here to make money and all stuff like that. And yes, money is like exchange. It's an exchange of energy. Like, people need living off of money too, like to, whatever. And I guarantee you though, if I put on here as a free content on this YouTube or anywhere else, and say I started a program, and I pull you into the program and say, hey, it's free, are you really gonna do it? You probably will, because you have the discipline, but I guarantee not a lot of people are going to do it. So if I go in here and tell you a program that if I design, or something maybe just to guide you in that direction, so I'm putting my time and effort into it. It's not my gift. It's my time and effort to put it onto here to help show you, to uplift you. And so I guarantee if you're going to pay for it, I guarantee you're going to be like, okay, man, now I'm really focused. Now I'm really driven. Help me out. Could be one-on-one sessions. Group calls doesn't work. I'm telling you right now, if people do group calls and and people over there saying all this stuff about whatever's going on with them, they're not gonna say everything what goes on with them. They're not gonna say the shadow aspect of what's going on with them. They're not gonna say everything. People prefer one-on-one sessions. That's why a lot of people have therapists, a lot of people have counseling, but they don't really say everything what they want to say. They be vocal about it because they want somebody to listen to them and just sit back and like, hey, write down notes. They're just expressing those stuff. Yes, that's good, but they also need to help guide into the direction of whatever they need. Keep on being consistent, helping them, chat with them, talk to them, something to just keep on going with the rhythm, keep on repetition, and get them out that funk, but I'm not gonna go too long with it. I'm already going for like about 14 minutes already. If it goes out, it goes out. If it doesn't, it doesn't, man. But just peace and love. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and just love yourself, man. Just love yourself, because it's only you. You're the creator. Remember that. Laters.